It's 2022, and great things are continuing to happen in Detroit. Thanks to all the hard work and efforts of Dr. D. Wayne Edwards and local city and state officials, history is being made. On December 28, 2021, Governor Whitmer signed House Bill 5447 and 5448 to facilitate the reopening of Michigan's only HBCU, the Lewis College of Business in Detroit. The visionary leading the charge is Dr. D. Wayne Edwards, the founder and president of the Pensole Design Academy in Portland, Oregon. Dr. Edwards is an accomplished sneaker designer of its own right and has designed many shoes for the iconic Air Jordan brand by Nike. He also has several schools across the country and world.
Well, first of all, without the Lewis College of Business being in Detroit, there will be no LC in that PLC. And so for us, it was really discovering the college that was honestly a buried piece of history, of Detroit's history and the state's history. And once I discovered it, I absolutely had to figure out a way to make this come to life.
The Lewis College of Business operated in Detroit from 1939 until 2013. It originally received its HBCU designation in 1987, where it became the only designated historically black college in Michigan. Under the leadership of its founder, Violet Lewis, the school was created to fill the void of secretarial education available to women of color during the Great Economic Depression. Violet's program started out as a 9-month stenographic course and over time expanded into an accredited junior college.
My attraction honestly was discovering Violet T. Lewis. Reading her story, there were parallels with what my journey was by starting. She started a secretary school in Indianapolis and then moved it here to Detroit in '39. And I started Pensole as a trade school just like she started it, with the same singular goal is how can we increase diversity within our corporate offices.
Now, fast forward to 2022, the facility is now called the Pensole Lewis College of Business and Design and continues to make history as the first HBCU to ever close and reopen.
So the partnership with CCS was natural, man. I mean, I've known Don Tusky for years now, but also the college is one of the best design schools in the nation. So not just in the city of Detroit, it's one of the best design schools in the nation. I'm transitioning from a small academy in Portland to a larger institution, and having CCS as that education partner and business partner, as well as co-creative curriculum partner, to further enhance what the possibilities are for kids here in Detroit, as well as nationwide. CCS and we share the same vision of trying to produce the best design talent in the world, and us coming together to do this just elevates that whole idea of what it would look like to create a more diverse design future.
Higher education can always be more inclusive and diverse and more cost effective. Starts with that. Most of higher ed is not nearly as inclusive as it could be. And CCS has been moving in that direction, collaborating through a joint venture with Pensole, and hopefully Pensole Lewis College of Business and Design will allow us to be even more inclusive and more cost effective. As we move forward in this joint venture, it's really going to be about sharing overhead, providing more opportunities for more students from Detroit and beyond. And so that's why it's always been important. Higher education just needs to recognize that it's important more. I think CCS does recognize that, and I think D. Wayne does recognize that. And I feel really lucky to be able to work again with D. Wayne.
The school is located at the College for Creative Studies in Detroit and plans to offer free tuition for Black designers, creatives, and future business leaders through a partnership between CCS, Target, and the Gilbert Family Foundation.
The Gilbert Foundation and Target, I mean, honestly, it was organic. I mean, I didn't ask. I shared, what I was up to and what we were doing, and it really aligned with both organizations' missions to increase the access to education amongst diverse kids. It also aligned with their foundation missions of just making a better future for the black and brown communities nationwide. So collectively, I mean, it was a nice casual conversation. It was an organic connection. Specifically with the Gilbert Family Foundation. I have a former alumni that works for Dan Gilbert, And he was the one who introduced me to the Gilbert Foundation many years ago. And once I started to understand the magnitude of what they were doing in the city of Detroit and their commitment to education, that was a natural connection. Target, man, you know, Target's probably, they're doing some of the most unprecedented things for black people, where they've committed over $2 billion, not with an M, with a B, $1 billion to black communities, and specifically well over $100 million for HBCUs. We align perfectly. We align perfectly with their mission, but more importantly, Target has always supported arts education. And I've always dreamed of the day of working with them one day on some level of educational programs, and today ends up being that day.
The Pensole College of Business and Design will strengthen the job pipeline for black designers in Detroit, create more opportunity in the shoe industry, and provide an educational experience like no other.
We've been more aggressive with K through 12, pre-college, high school students, but we're also doing being more accessible for adults that have some college credit but no degree, to provide more opportunities for them to engage us, and that's done through regular semesters, but it's also done through shorter time frames, like to do certificates or 5-week intensives, doing that year round. So part of it will be a change in a calendar year, and also a combination of hybrid or online learning, so adult learners who have full-time jobs and families can get an art and design education. So we were already doing that. Collaborating with Dwayne will allow us to do even more of that.
They're going to be starting in the spring, so that those persons who have aspirations to be a member of this design school can start gathering themselves together. What I would do if I were a young high school student is talk to my counselor, call the College of Creative Studies. They will direct you to the entity where you need to be. If you want to be a designer, if you want to have an experience in an historically black college right here in the city of Detroit, this is your opportunity, and the time to do that is now.
So what we'll offer at POC is unlike any other college in the world. We started that 11 years ago with the Academy in Portland, where people know us for the sneaker design side, but we offer multiple jobs in the sneaker industry, from footwear, from color and material design, functional apparel and accessories design. We teach kids how to make shoes. We teach kids how to market and advertise shoes. But with the expansion to Detroit and the partnership with CCS, we're able to actually grow our curriculum to include more business, to carry on where Lewis College Business left off and elevate that. And then also we'll bring manufacturing to the city of Detroit, specifically around footwear as well. So a kid will be able to come to POC and learn the business side, the design side, and the manufacturing side.
Classes are scheduled to officially start on March 13, 2022. And if you don't know what day that is, it's Detroit Day.